I am going to try not to eat this entire plate. So today I'm so excited to share with you a recipe for a snack that I've used throughout the course of my weight loss journey, and it's for no-bake energy bites. Now, these no-bake energy bites are delicious, and I can make them with ingredients that I usually already have on hand. Very quick, very convenient, and again, they are no bake. Now, I like to use them as snacks. If I'm trying to tide myself over between breakfast and lunch, you know, that late morning, you get a craving for something to eat, or also between lunch and dinner, just right before dinner's ready, you want to snack on something. These are a great healthy snack for that. Now, I also like to use them as fuel for my mid-morning runs. Now, if I'm running like 5, 6, 7 a.m., I usually run in a fasted state. And that just simply means that I run without eating first. That's just the way that I like to run. I feel that I perform best in a fasted state. But if it's already 9, 10, 11 o'clock in the morning and I'm about to get in a workout, I need fuel before I can complete that workout. So I'll grab 1 or 2 of these no-bake energy bites, and it really gives me the energy that I need to power through a workout for the next 60 to 90 minutes. Now, they also satisfy a sweet tooth. And so I'll admit, sometimes when I'm just craving something sweet, I'll grab one of these, and they are delicious, and they will absolutely satisfy that sweet tooth. I do like to have these on hand at all times for that reason, just because they're healthy and they're just really quick, and they're just a great all-around snack. So I'm going to show you how to make these no-bake energy bites so that you can also incorporate them into your weight loss journey as well. Okay, so here are the ingredients that you need for no-bake energy bites. First, we need some rolled oats, and I use the Quaker Oats, old-fashioned oats. This is the brand that I use. Next, you need some peanut butter, and I use the Peter Pan creamy peanut butter simply because this is what my husband and son eat, and so this is what we have on hand. If you have natural peanut butter or you want to use natural peanut butter for this recipe, that's fine. Just be sure whatever you use is creamy and not the crunchy kind. All right, next we have some ground flaxseed, and that is what it looks like. It's just plain ground flaxseed. Next, we have some coconut flakes. I tend to buy whatever the store brand is, and they're just regular coconut flakes off of the baking aisle. All right, next are some chocolate chips. Now, these are the regular size chocolate chips off of the baking aisle. What I like to use, though, are these are semi-sweet mini chocolate chips for this recipe. I just find that the smaller chips are better for the recipe because you're rolling them up into small balls, but feel free to use the minis or the regular size. You don't need both, just one or the other. Next, we have some whole chia seeds. Now, some people don't like the texture of chia seeds. If you don't like chia seeds and you want to leave these out, that's perfectly fine. These are great though. I love chia seeds, and so I add them to this recipe, and it just makes the world of difference in this recipe. It makes it kind of crunchy. And so whole chia seeds is what we'll add to it. And then we have some honey, just regular old-fashioned honey we're going to add to the recipe. And then some vanilla extract. Just need a little bit of that. And then finally, this is optional, but it's something that I add to the recipe, and that is, this is PB Fit Classic Roasted Peanut Powder. Now, again, this is completely optional. It's not part of the original recipe, but I do add this to the recipe for a little bit of protein, and it's peanut butter flavored, and because we're using peanut butter in the recipe already, you can't even taste that it's been added to the recipe. And so I'll use this, again, completely optional. You can decide to use it or decide not to use it. It is completely up to you. All right, so let's make some no-bake energy bites. All right, so now that we have all of our ingredients, it is time to put our recipe together. I like to use a bowl that has a lid on it because the mixture does have to set in the refrigerator. So I mix and set in the same bowl, but feel free to use what you have. I'm gonna take this lid off. All right, so we are going to start with 1 cup of oats, 2/3 cups of coconut, 1/2 cup of peanut butter, 1/2 cup of ground flaxseed, 1/2 cup of chocolate chips, 1/3 cup of honey, 1 tablespoon of whole chia seeds. Sprinkle it right on top. 1 teaspoon of vanilla extract. And then I'm also going to add 1 tablespoon of the peanut butter powder that I mentioned. So just going to sprinkle that right on top. All right, and then you want to mix it up. You want to be sure that you're scraping the bottom of your bowl, getting all of the dry oats in there. Sometimes I'll find that I have to add a tad more honey just to make things stick, especially because I add that scoop of peanut butter powder to it, but today looks like everything is sticking well. I don't have to add anything extra to it. I'm getting all of the oats at the bottom of the bowl. And just keep stirring. All right, so once you have everything mixed together, you don't have any dry spots, you're gonna wanna put a lid on your bowl and place it in the refrigerator. I like to let mine set for at least 4 hours. Sometimes I'll let it set overnight, like if the day gets away from me, I'll in the following day, I'll take it out and I'll make my balls. But we're gonna let this set for 4 hours and then we're gonna come back and we're gonna make these into the no bake energy bites. I know I said 4 hours, but I actually ended up letting my mixture set overnight. And so now I'm just going to take that mixture and I'm going to make them into no bake energy bites. And as you remember, here's my mixture. And typically what I'll do is I will take a measuring spoon. This is 1.5 tablespoons. And I will just take this and I will just scoop it out and I will make balls out of it just with this measuring scoop. So I'm just going to, as you can see, and I do this because it kind of makes them about the same size. Depending on how big, how small you make them, and you just roll them up. There you go. But depending on how big, how small you make them, this mixture, I can usually get a good 18 to 20 energy bites out of this. You just roll them up, and they'll last me, you know, a week and a half or so, depending on how many I eat at a time. Now, again, I like to eat mine. I'll eat them in the morning before I work out. I'll eat them as a quick midday snack, mid-morning or mid-afternoon snack between meals. I will eat them as fuel right after I run. So sometimes I'll eat them before I run. Sometimes I'll eat them after I run. Like this morning, I ran 3 miles, and when I got back, I drank a protein shake and I ate 2 energy bites. And that was my post-run meal. So it just kind of, you know, depends on what you decide that you want to use them for. But they definitely give you a burst of energy, and they should be to the point where they just stick together. Just scoop them out and they stick together. And again, they have the honey, they have the coconut, they have the chocolate chips in them. They are a little on the sweet side because of that. So you don't want to eat too many of them because it will increase your carbs and your sugar intake. But they are just perfect for just a quick burst of energy or to replenish your energy if you've depleted it working out. So I'm just going to finish scooping these out, making them into balls, and then I like to put them in like a Tupperware type container, just seal them, and that is what I will store them in the refrigerator. All right, so I got 19 energy bites out of that batch, and I am just going to add them to an airtight container. Here's the container. This is actually the last batch that I made. Like I said, I like to have them on hand. So this is the remainder of the last batch that I made, but it's just an airtight Tupperware type container. I'm going to add my energy bites to, and I'm going to store them in the refrigerator. And then I just eat them 1 or 2 at a time, usually no more than 2 or 3 a day until they're gone. Now, if you've tried this recipe before or you plan to try this recipe, let me know what you think about it in the comments below. I would be interested to know your thoughts on these, how it tastes, what substitutions you made. Did you add the extra scoop of peanut butter protein powder to it? Because I like to add that to it. But I'd be interested to know. So leave that in the comments below. And if this video has been helpful to you, take a moment and give it a thumbs up. And let me know in the comments as well what other videos you would like to see. I want to record the content that you are interested in. If you haven't subscribed to the channel yet, please take a moment and hit the subscribe button. I would love to have you here as part of our community. Take care, and I'll see you in the next video. Oh my gosh, these are so good. All right, I gotta put the top on that before I eat some more.